This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And here's the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So Wisconsin's return team will have that offense backed up. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackled at the 28, it's a pickup of 5. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Handoff to the lone back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
That's a good-looking run there, and if you're going to be RB1 for Wisconsin, you're going to be pretty talented, because you think of the guys they've had in this backfield in recent years, the Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, Monty Ball, how about Jonathan Taylor that's getting it done now on Sundays? This guy's got power, he's got speed, he's got shiftiness, he's got all the tools you need to be successful and play on Sunday.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrum. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way. He's loose down the middle. The tag. Touch. Michigan, not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They go to the ground. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
He wants to throw. Rifles it down the middle. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, Badger! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Michigan's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in the route. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Badgers getting that pass rush from the second level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys, they're tough guys, but one thing you have to have at Wisconsin for defense, versatility when you play linebacker.
And the Wolverines will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Motion from the offense. Going up top on first down. He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make the play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both
continues to fight for yards. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. No big secret to what Michigan wants to do. They want to run it right down your throat with a little side dish of avoiding tackles, too, like this guy.
Yeah, just make a miss any way you can, but the physicality, having to tackle somebody over and over again, that's their blueprint. That's who Michigan is. They're going to make you answer that physical challenge almost every single play.
Getting some heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The snap sets up the throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He's brought down after a good return gets it out to the 31. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to...
And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can...
Going for the big play. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
The Badgers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On his way from around the 50. Touchdown, Badgers! How about that special teams play? That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
From the gun, give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be dragged down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The give on the inside. Crossing the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jeffrey. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll go to the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights. Good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's McDonald. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the run. Crosses the 45. He's loose. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
Looking to move it through the air. Now improvising. Fires downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Badger! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Texas A&M found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in College Station. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
Westchester University, 24.
Wide out in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious. They're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
He lobs one high down the left side.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. He's looking to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. To the ground, he's got it again. Pushes ahead for a pickup of one down to the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the end zone. Oh, picked off. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive done.
Working the middle, it's complete.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. The trap was set, sprung, and the underdog